Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, Ethan is the father of Phoebe on General Hospital. Um, this reveal was like a couple of days ago, so if anyone's getting upset about it, well, kick rocks without socks and break every toe along the way. Amy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon's in the chat. How you doing tonight? De Havlin is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I hope everyone had a great day. It's Friday. Made it. Feels damn good. So I hope everyone, like I said, had a good day. We had some fun tonight. Hit the like button as you're coming in. You know how we do. Uh, da, 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 da. But yeah. Um, okay. Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I hope everyone had a great day. I made it, Blackmon. Very happy. It was, 4 o'clock in the morning wake up call last night, so I'm very thrilled that I made it today. Ronnie Ron, how you doing tonight? Hope you're well. Oh, it looks like she shoots at her. And I have no idea, Ron. I'm just as in the dark about it as you. This is a good one. Okay. Got it going on. Okay. All right. See you. I see you. Um, yeah. It was a trying morning. CK, this is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hey, at least they're getting a season 3. I can't wait to actually. I'm getting back Netflix this month, so I'm very happy about that. Kyrie H. Clark is in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Kyrie says, see you streaming tonight. Brooke, so you're going to be sitting there discussing Brooke. By the way, I do like the shorts that you put out. Um, you got 3 shorts. Just up me sideways. 1 second, Ron. Go to your page right now. I'm doing good, CK. I'm doing good. I survived. I'm very happy about that. I hope you had a good day. Oh yeah, minding your business is free. Minding my business will cost you. That's good. I like it. I like it. So you got I I really think Brooklyn is losing her freaking mind about Chase. I think that the fans are losing their minds about the whole Chase and Willow stuff. No, I mean I have no idea if they're bringing them back, Ryan. Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine, my friend. Your guess is as good as mine. Um, I think it's more of a sympathy ploy. They've mentioned characters before and didn't bring them back. And I did sit there and see the previews as well. Like I said, Stephanie's finally lost her mind. I did. I got off work early and had time to relax. Getting off of work early on a Friday and having time to relax is like a gift from the gods. By the way, CK, what do you watch? Because I don't know if most people watch Young and the Restless or Beyond the Gates, but I am so fucking looking forward to this crossover next week. This shit seemed like they put in an effort and time and money. I guess all that time of selling that dish detergent really, selling that Tide really paid off. Like anybody that wants to sit there and complain, they're wishing that they're throwing the Tide commercials. This is what it's going for. Okay, this fucking great ass, um, fuck me, this great ass crossover. I cannot wait. CK, are you looking forward to it? Oh, okay, Ron, that's cool. I need to see if Veronica has the Albert stamp of approval, but I won't send it tonight. We'll discuss it in the members. Okay, all right. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Like I said, I really like the short so far. I'm not gonna lie, one of them kind of looked like Robert Patterson. I'm looking at him. If people don't know who Robert Patterson is, it's the guy from Twilight. Yes, yes. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. So I am definitely looking forward towards this crossover. No, Ron, I don't think that he needs to get over himself. He's doing his job. Brooke smacked the piss out. I mean, to be honest, I love me some Katie, but Katie was getting kind of reckless with her mouth. Okay, she was getting a little she was getting a little kind of reckless with her mouth. Thank you, Kyrie's. Thank you. Yes, hit that goddamn hit that like button. Oh, they're doing a crossover of The Young and the Restless and Beyond the Gates, and it looks great. Like it looks great, and it's so sad because it's like I'm starting to realize that I don't think there's anything wrong with Beyond the Gates. I think there's just something wrong with me. Like the show just doesn't resonate with me. Like I'll watch it, we'll talk about it. I watch it for the content, but I started realizing, I kept saying like, "Oh, Beyond the Gates is this and this that," and I'm like, in reality, it's just not really my cup of tea. Like it's definitely more geared towards women, and that's fine. Like I look at General Hospital and I look at like Beyond the Gates. General Hospital is definitely it's more neutral. Yes, it's still like catered towards the female audience, but it's not the same way as Beyond the Gates. Like they don't do their girl talks. They don't sit there and be talking with their other friends like, "Oh, how is so and so in bed? Oh, I can't wait to sit there and get him in bed." And it's like guys don't want to fucking hear that. Like men don't want to hear women sit there and talk with their other friends about sex with guys. We don't want to hear that. Okay, we don't want to hear that. But you know, that's girl talk. And that's fine. And I'm starting to kind of realize like yeah, kind of realize that. I don't know, Ron. I don't know what Days of Our Lives is doing with that. That's the problem. But yes, thank you, Kyrie's. Oh, Jesus Christ. Um, and also Kyrie's is going to be streaming at 9 o'clock. So definitely support Kyrie's. Also, he has a book out. So you go to the stream, find out how you can sit there and get your copy of the book. Lexi is controlling, insecure, and Abe is yes man. Lexi pretty much told him that he can't even sit there and see his daughter and stepdaughter. And Abe, the bitch, just pretty much like he actually said that to Marlena, and Marlena sat there and looked at him like, really? You didn't sit there and see your pregnant stepdaughter? And Lexi said that shit like it was a normal thing. Oh well, I told him, can we just have some alone time with him and his family? So Lonnie and Chanel aren't his family. His grandkids aren't his family. Like, oh, sometimes I always sit here and think, this is the reason why Days of Our Lives is no longer on network television. What's good, Latasha? How you doing tonight? This is the reason why Days of Our Lives is not on network television anymore. They have these they they may have some decent characters and some interesting storylines sometimes, but like in all reality, it's mind boggling and it's pretty amazing how Days of Our Lives is still on Peacock. Like, I know why General Hospital is still on, and I know why. Hell, I even know why The Young and the Restless is still on. And on some level, I get why B&B is still on. You know, their stuff is short. They have an international market in Dubai, and for the most part, their stuff isn't real. Like B&B is really not a bad soap opera. Um, they may have some characters do some dumb shit from time to time, and I mean like a lot of dumb shit. But like, I don't think that Bone and Beautiful is actually a bad soap opera. I really don't, and I don't even think that Beyond the Gates is a bad soap opera. I think it's not. It's more of a show that is definitely geared more towards women. I kind of realized that a couple of days ago. But I will sit there and say for the people that do watch Beyond the Gates, you know, my takeaway yesterday, I think, yeah, yesterday with the whole Haley, that she truly is a monster. She is a soulless monster. Because for you to not sit there and feel any sort of remorse, any sort of regret, they let you in like family, they took you in, and you had no problems that they're like, okay, all right. Um, yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, Latasha, that was the best. I will sit there and say that Beyond the Gates had the best cliffhanger out of all the five. They had the best cliffhanger. So shout out to Beyond the Gates for that. Shit, I mean they can't really do much. For me personally, but I will give them that. I will give them that cliffhanger. They definitely killed it with that. Um, General Hospital is they're decent. A lot of the episodes have actually been pretty decent. And I feel like for network television and just a soap opera, that's kind of what you just have to expect. I still felt like Brooklyn should have kept her damn mouth shut. I mean, um, is Raw coming on tonight? If anybody wrestling fans, is Raw coming on tonight? Because I saw her ranting. She went up during her live watch party early. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's like she did that earlier. One says, why didn't Josh go through the tunnels? Going through the front door, not smart. Again, Latasha, if they bring her back just to kill her off, this is where I have to. It's not so much like I'm wash my hands from days, but it's just like I want days to survive. I want days to survive. Um, but when they do stupid shit like that, I mean, maybe it's just doing it for attention. So I guess we have to wait till it plays out. Oh, Ron, I guess we'll find out together. We'll find out together. this is so fucking stupid. So let me get this straight. You got a Willow problem. You from Bed-Stuy. And instead of using it there handling it like a chick from fucking Bed-Stuy, you decide to call and loot like oh. Yes, now I have a problem with a woman that's not there trying to take my husband. So let me call the expert as far as being a homewrecker. Let me call Lucy Cole. Oh no, that I'm pretty sure that'll sit there and solve all my problems. Hmm. Listen, you know what? General Hospital can definitely have their dumb moments from time to time, but I still fuck with it out of all the soaps. I fuck with it the most. Because we just got it back, so I don't know, Ron. I just don't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, all she's gonna wind up doing is just annoying half. She's gonna annoy half of the audience. Um, and just I'm like, girl, if you here's the thing, if you need Lucy to sit there and help you out with anything, you're fucked. You are cooked at that point. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I kind of liked him better when he was just being Matt Clark, just being just an asshole and everything, not this whimpering type of character. But of course, as much as I like Victor Newman, when it comes towards this show, everybody gotta bow down to Victor Newman. Everybody gotta sit there and kiss the fucking ring when it comes to Victor Newman. And Daniel's a fucking loser, by the way. For my Y&R opinion, Daniel is still a fucking loser, and the fact that he's not there talking about like, well, you didn't do it because of the right reasons, mother. You did it because you was backed into a corner, so you didn't learn your lesson. I'm like, bro, you don't even have a job. How are you sitting there talking to anybody? Like, how are you sitting there giving anybody a lecture and you don't even have a fucking job, bro? You are a bum. You're a goddamn bum. Oh, it's all good, Sean. Listen, you're here and you're on. When you're here, you're on time. I always appreciate you being here. I'm like, bro, you don't even have a job. You have a teenage daughter with no. I listen. I guess. His dad is not there supporting his daughter. Since I guess he's supposed to. Lots going on. No, it's all good, Sean. Listen, you're here, so I appreciate you when you're here. I don't know what the hell they're doing with this stupid love triangle, but I will sit there and say this stuff. You know, Days of Our Lives has a love triangle. Behind the gates, they got Nicole that's sitting there going out with two men at the same time. And these two idiots are stupid enough to sit there and just take it. Like it oh, I kinda had to change my tune about Beyond the Gates though. I don't think it's a bad show. I just think it's a very woman show. Liesel. It's Brit's mom. Yeah, Brit's mom got kidnapped. Okay, thank you, Sean. Well, thank you for watching. Yeah, Ethan wants to be Luke 2.0, so I guess as long as he doesn't sexually assault someone, then I guess he'll be fine. But yeah, that's cool. July, huh? Where'd you hear that from, Sean? And are you excited for Jason's return? CK said Daniel kills me trying to lecture his mom and he doesn't do anything. Not only does he not have a job, but he's not in any relationship. Where's Tussle? Honestly, tell you the truth, if he was in a relationship, that would still be bad because that means that Tessa Smith they're going out with a bum. Like Tessa Smith they're going out with a jobless fucking bum. He was not even looking for a job because he got his daddy Smith there paying for his wedding. Um, okay, on the podcast. Okay, no job, and where's his daughter? Listen, Daniel's dad. Okay, at this point, I'm just gonna simply believe that Daniel's dad is supporting his daughter, right? Because he ain't. And remember, they're staying at the athletic club. I'm pretty sure that that place is not cheap. So Daddy Darius is paying for the rent and supporting his daughter while he is constantly doing nothing but giving his mother lectures. And I don't even like Phyllis like that. Which, by the way, I love how Phyllis is all broken up and she's all like, I poured my heart and my soul into this company. Girl, you fucking stole it. What are you talking about? You didn't pour anything into this. You did the job that was already there talking about I'm making this place better. How? Like, what success did you have by taking it from somebody else and then slapping your name on it? And now everything that Newman did now is thanks to you. Like the level of delusion on Phyllis is insane. Like I don't know who's more delusional, um, Nina or Phyllis. Yo, I love me some Katie baby, but she she was running her mouth a little bit too much, talking about her daughter. When she smacked her, that's when it got personal. I mean, it probably been personal. Will wants to sit there and beat RJ. Bill wants to sit there and beat the dressmaker, and of course, Brooke versus Katie. What's good, Amber? Brooke versus Katie. So, and apparently now, I guess Dylan and RJ are going to have a relationship, which is fine because in all reality, I'm kind of sick and tired of Dylan, you know, being all like desperate to get Will's attention. Talking about I love you. Listen, if I'm with somebody and after about a week they sit there and say that they love me, yeah, that's a red flag right there. I'm good, but I ain't that good. Okay? I am not that good enough to sit there and have a woman tell me that they love me within 2 fucking weeks. Like that's no. No, 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 no. That'd be the same chick that will sit there and stalk you when you start Smith, you're trying to get distance. Nah. And amazing, that was not a red flag for him. He just like, oh yeah, that's cool. But I still want to be back with Electra, which I like to call her cotton candy at this point. But oh, what is my cat lady up to? Oh shit! Okay, you did a review today. Yeah. All right. Watch that tonight. Yeah, I want to see what you was up to. Now I see. Now I can watch that. Um, but yeah. And by the way, I love how when Lisa walked in, she knew what was going on. She saw the fact that Drew was sending SOS. She was just like, I don't care what she was like, I don't care what y'all doing. Just help me find my daughter at this point. Whatever crap y'all are cooking up, I don't care. Phyllis can't win for losing. She gives the company back, and her son still not satisfied. Phyllis should start her own company, a tech company, is what she's good at. Yeah, and make sure she doesn't hire her ungrateful ass son. And CK says, I love the fact that they made Lily and Holden siblings. I can see them. You know what I don't like? This whole Lily and Kane relationship. It is literally built off of the fact that the only reason why Lily is talking to him, is breathing in his direction, is because he was able to do something for her. Okay? The only reason why the kids, his ungrateful as kids, was good, Francis. Um, his ungrateful as kids is even talking to him, calling him dad, is because he was able to do something for Malcolm. So that means that his kids are just as fucking trash as their damn mother. It's clear that money and running cons is more important to Ethan than his daughter. Luke 2.0. Luke 2.0. What's good, Francis? Yeah, Luke 2.0. It's pretty baking out here. Not even gonna lie. I walked outside from my job for like a second to go and do something, and it's like I just get hit with a wall of fucking heat. Like, okay, all right, it's gonna be this type of weather. So, Sitwell was the best decision that GH made in a long time. Was to have Sitwell. Brooke is awful. Brooke is awful. And I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yo, listen, Katie Baby was actually looking better than Brooke. I don't know what she was wearing that did that kind of downgraded Brooke, but I was like, he was looking kind of good. He is literally going over the top to sit there and protect Jocelyn. But you know, they got to find ways to sit there and keep Jocelyn alive. So she should have. But I mean, if we're gonna be honest, Francis, like, listen, I love Katie, but when she started talking about Brooke's daughter and Smith is saying, "Well, you're not a good mother," and this, that, and the third, yeah, that smack was coming. Okay, that smack was coming. Like, regardless if um yeah, no, Albert Allard, what are you doing now? Okay, what is he doing now? Damn, is he doing anything? Oh, he was on All My Children and Poor Charles and Young and the Restless. Oh hell no! Sharon was right. Phyllis need medication. She wants to be told. Yeah, and it's actually really sad too. It's really sad, Monet. But, Yeah, at that point, Francis, I was like, girl, I was like, girl, you asking for it. You asking for it. I was like, yo, I love me some Katie Baker. I was like, you asking for that shit. So you got exactly what you asked for. It was good, Jonathan. And then she sat there and looked like she was upset or like shocked. I was like, how are you shocked? How are you shocked? You knew damn well that was gonna happen. Francis, I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to it. It looks like it's gonna be good. So oh, it came out today. Okay. Well, I guess I know what I'm seeing this weekend. I want to sit there and see what Albert Allah was doing, which is absolutely nothing. Uh, there's no reality given who he is. It's gonna be next week. It's gonna be next week, Callie. I don't exactly remember what day, but they just said it was gonna be next week. 23 in the chat and 13 likes. Yo, chat, hit that like button because it really does help. It really does help. But okay, Masters of the Universe is out. I mean, I would never see a movie opening night or opening day, whatever. I am so disappointed with Abe, Jonathan, Ariana. How you doing? Listen, whenever you're here, you're on time, and it's always a pleasure to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sunday. I'm gonna go Sunday. I'm gonna see it on Sunday. So, oh no, you're good. You good, Ariana? You good, Ariana? So, it was like one of the movies that I really want to see this year. So I'm like, all right, I guess it's time to sit there and go and spend some more money. Yay! I knew it was coming out. I just didn't know when. So that's a good question. That is a really good question, man. Okay, so I'm disappointed with eight, and I said this before, but I'll say this again. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Jonathan, but oh yeah, no, you know my policy with that, Cameron. you, you know my policy when it comes towards like getting anything from the concession stand. Like, nah, bro, and y'all not gonna sit there and beat me over the head like that. You're not gonna use me like I'm some crackhead. No, I'm good. So I didn't. Okay, so when Lexi sat there and said that she wanted some alone time with Abe and not to see Paulina, I didn't know that was an extension of not seeing like Chanel and Lonnie. Goddamn right, I'm not paying no damn $10 for a hot dog, $30 of popcorn. Um, yeah, exactly. That's yeah, oh $20. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Sean. I'm not fucking spending $20 for popcorn. Nuts. But yeah, when he sat there and told When he sat there and told Marlena that he hasn't seen Chanel, and okay, all right, well, don't tell me. Yeah, don't tell me anything. I'm saying it just quick. When he told Marlena that he didn't, no, when she sat there and said like, "Oh well," I said that I wanted to. She was like, "I wanted to just be me and Abe, and just with the family." I sat there and said, "I was like, okay, so Chanel." I was like, Chanel and Lonnie and the grandkids aren't part of his family. I just like, I literally sat there, was like, yo, what am I watching at this point? I was like, your wife just literally sat there and said, "Oh, I don't want you to sit there and see your other family." Or basically sit there acting like Lonnie and Chanel, who is his stepdaughter, aren't part of his family. I I was like, bro, I lost so much respect for Abe at this point. I think they just don't want them to get the jump on them. I think they want to sit there and really just surprise Forrester. It's not so much like, oh, I can't say anything, we're gonna get in trouble. They just want to sit there, and it's sort of like a sneak attack. You know? Yeah, Sean. I imagine that was like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I imagine that was like a very long time, like a very long time. Just like I said, I'm not spending $20, $30 or whatever for popcorn. Um, I just, oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I wasn't, trying to be specific. I just know it was a long time, since then, Sean. But I mean, everything's went up. It's just the movie theaters in general has just went up. You know, like especially going to the movies now, it's expensive. Everything's expensive, but like the movie theaters are really expensive because most people don't go anymore. While you have Netflix and Amazon and all the other streaming services, I can either pay $17 for a movie ticket or I can pay $17 for Netflix and have over 200 movies to sit there and watch. It's not really a competition at that point. I have to buy air for me, my tires, 175. Yeah. So, it's just not the same experience. Yeah, it's just not the same experience anymore. Yeah, we have Tuesdays, but they are older movies. Yeah, yeah, for like older movies and stuff, sure. But like I said, you have Netflix or whatever. You're not really trying to fucking go out to the movies and shit. I could just watch my stuff here and have my own goddamn food. Why am I like? I understand what you're saying. For I go to movies for the theater. I mean, we all go for the theater experience, and I get that. But the I guess the theater experience, it starts to become less important when it comes down to convenience and price. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes down to convenience and price. Yeah, the movie theater is, it's great, but I'm not doing that shit too often compared to me having Netflix and watching a movie. You know, I don't know. I feel like they're done. But and I don't sit there and say that like laughingly or whatever. It's just like that's just the reality. Movie experience only goes so far. Especially, and you know that's the thing. That's the thing, Jonathan. Like for you, okay, fine. You're going by yourself and stuff like that. What about people that like have families and stuff, and they're going with their kids? You know how much that shit probably costs to have an outing if you have like two kids and your wife and shit? That's insane. Like it's great for you, but the vast majority, it's you know. So if I would not going on with the probably an attitude. Kelly, you stop it. You know I got you. You always let that twist and stuff. Oh, badass. Yeah, and that's true. But I'm just saying, like, if you have a family, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's much more expensive. You know? No, no, and I get that, and that's great. And you're not the only person. I'm just not just saying, like, I don't know. I guess I just kind of sit there and think of the bigger picture, if that makes sense. No, cat lady, I'm thinking a bigger picture. Anyway, you're being a bad kitty, so I'm just gonna move on. Oh, I don't really. No, it's not. It's not. But anyway, um, I don't know. You know, it's actually crazy. So, like, he said that he was the father like a couple of days ago, and it was not. It wasn't even a mystery. Like, people knew that Ethan was Phoebe's was the father of Phoebe for a while. So, like, it wasn't even like it was like a really surprising reveal or anything like that. It was like, okay, you just confirmed what people already knew the minute that you got in town. You know, that way you stop it. You love me. So, um, but yeah, I guess it wasn't even like an interesting like review. It was just like, oh, okay, yeah, we already knew that. Listen, Frank is killing it with with what he's doing on the show. um, so I guess next week we're gonna sit there and find out who the impaler is. Right? I just isn't that just kind of sad though, Jonathan? He was Todd Manning, and now he's kissing the ring because he's on The Young and the Restless, and it's Eric Braeden. And I love Eric Braeden, but it's like, come on, seriously. Um, it's like he comes on a show, he has to kiss the ring. Um, Trevor came on the show, he had to kiss the ring. I love The Young and the Restless, I do, but like it's like everyone has to sit there and play second fiddle. Victor always wins because he's Eric Braeden. Like it's like the one constant with the show where you're just like it's just like the one constant with that show and you're like really. And I'm surprised that Chelsea was not upset with Adam and he was like, I go on Tuesdays, can't be $6. You cannot be 6 hours. Is that for new movies though too? Yeah, I go on Sundays and it's like a matinee and stuff like that, which is cool. You know, I'm just not going anywhere near the concession stand. Like, I'm just not going near the concession stand. Like, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm good. I'll eat before I get there. You know the outcome. Victor always wins. Yeah, and it is disappointing. Well, it's predictable, but I was watching a little bit of Star Wars, and I was sitting there thinking about daytime legends, right? Like daytime soap legends and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so Victor Newman or Eric Braeden is a daytime legend, and so is Melanie, but she's not like Eric, like Susan Lucci is more of a legend than Melanie. You know, like people would know Erica Kane before you know Nikki Newman. With Victor, people would know Victor. People would know. People would know Laura. People would know Laura Spencer because they're known as Luke and Laura. I don't think Maurice really ever got there. I don't think Maurice ever really got there. I don't like Maurice Bernard, but like he's not a daytime legend. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not. Tony Gary is daytime legend. You know, pay more for food and drinks than tickets, which is why I bring my own drinks. Sometimes I sneak in and like for yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I was like, nah, you're not getting me. I'm good. Like I said, I feel bad for the movie theaters. Why this is really no idea. But like I said, people know her. Know who Susan Lucci is. I don't think people really know Melanie like that. You know, even Erica Slazak, who played Vicky. You know, I guess she's somewhat daytime legend, but like she's daytime legend, but I don't feel like she's well known like some of the other people. Oh, as much as I love Asa or Phil, I don't think people really know about him like that. You know, so I wonder when they're going to be bringing back this All My Children. They're just supposed to be making movies, which I don't know how you could sit there like I mean, for GH fans, would y'all be cool if they made like movies of General Hospital? I wonder how that would look, by the way, too. They sat there and they made movies of GH. I wonder how that would look. I said Susan Lucci, she's a fucking household name. If any of y'all used to be All My Children fans, by the way, where's the lights at? Francis said that shit, really dark. Yeah. Alright. So 15 likes, 19 in the chat. Yeah, I mean, like I sat there and I thought it was the sister. You know, if it was Doug, don't get me wrong. If it was Doug, I'd be so here for it. Also, if it was Doug, I mean, like what if Joey faked Doug's death? You know, what if Joey faked Doug's death? And it better not be from you, Cal Radio. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you. I appreciate that. She think I'm joking. I'm gonna check that at the end of the stream. I'm gonna check that shit at the end of the stream. But yeah, it could be the sister. People are hoping it's Joey. I mean, people are hoping it's Doug. Vanessa is so fucking annoying. It's your job to be a good kitty. Um, Sean, she think I'm joking. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm gonna check that shit after the stream is done. And I better not sit there and see a dislike either. Um, Vanessa's just so like she stayed trying to play gangster. She stayed trying to want to sit there and play gangster. I was like, girl, relax and calm your ass down. Like this isn't the time for that, you know. But she just I can't lady. Um, and like I said, the episode yesterday, I wasn't too crazy about it, but the only thing that just kept hitting me was that Haley is a soulless creature. And the thing is, what she did was more than just break up the family. Like here's the thing: when somebody screws you over, and you take somebody in, and you're trusting and stuff like that, you start to become a little bit more cold, you know. And it could have been somebody out there that really did need a job and stuff like that, and like, goddamn right I will, goddamn right I will, kind of lady, you know. And so it's like, and again, to sit there and be bragging about it and acting like it just didn't mean anything. Like, really? Like, you had no regrets whatsoever. Like, part of me either finds that really hard to believe, or just she's really that fucking soulless. If Victor loses, he still wins. If that makes sense. Yeah, he lost a whole company, and yet he didn't have to sit there and move into a hotel or anything like that. Was good, Dolomedic. He didn't have to do any of that stuff. And again, the way that Phyllis is sit there acting, you would sit there and think that she built the company for years and then lost it. Girl, you literally had that company for like what, 3 weeks? Yeah, and I mean, granted, people are just upset at the fact that it's taking so. Thank you, Delmax. Thank you. Were you watching a movie or something like that of hers? But I guess this. And you know the thing is with YNR, they wrapped up this whole like Victor gets back the company, and of course they Top Gun. Oh, I didn't see the second one. Jacob Young is actually supposed to be in that movie. Um, he was, you know, he was lucky at one point on General Hospital, and he's supposed to be in that movie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. I mean, I didn't hate it. I don't know, wasn't a huge fan. I'm like, maybe when I get some time or whatever, I'll watch the second one. Like right now, I'm watching a lot of the Star Wars movies, and I'm watching A New Hope. I gotta be honest. And granted, I didn't finish watching it. Is like I'm into like an hour of it. It's just kind of rough. Okay, I'm not gonna like I there. I feel like there's just times where I'm like I'm forcing myself. Um, I watched a lot of the new ones, and like going back and watching that stuff in the '80s. Like aesthetically, it's quite an adjustment. Like it's quite an adjustment. Yeah, it's supposed to be some sort of storm and everything. I mean, granted, listen, again, I know I sound like a dick, but I do not give two flying fucks about Derek, and I don't care about Ashley or her feelings. What's good, Cherry Ice Cream? How you doing tonight? I don't care about her feelings. This whole like now she's crying and all like, oh, I miss Derek and Grace, and you're a terrible person now. I'm like, I just don't care. You know, I didn't give a damn about Eva's tears and shit, acting like they've been besties and everything like that for a hot minute. What's good, Spider Quake? What new theory that makes you think that Ethan um is not the father? It looks like he shoots at her, not necessarily. That's why you were born when you were born. You're not made for the '80s, so don't try it. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be watching all of the Star Wars movies. So if I gotta force myself to see these three movies, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care if I gotta sit there and do this shit drunk. I'm gonna get it done. Okay? I'm just not there saying aesthetically watching that, it is it's quite an adjustment. Well, thank you, Monique. Thank you. I appreciate you do hitting the like button. Seriously, thank you. Baby girl, when you watch the new ones and then you go back and you try to watch the original ones, oh my god, it's just rough. Like is kind of rough. I feel like I may need to have an extra bottle of wine to sit there and kind of start getting through that. Um, okay, Peggy Bundy. Um, she's being Peggy right now, but anyway, uh, I just listen. I have another hour to go, so I'm gonna get through it. It's just a little kind of rough. Um, anyway, yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff has gone down in this whole crossover. Which, like I said, I'm looking forward towards it, and they've done other crossovers before, like little cameos, and like I feel like they squandered the fact that like it's a shared universe, and they could have been doing like somewhat epic. Um, what not great movie shows. No, I don't. Sorry, is that something to be ashamed of? But I mean, listen, I'm not trying to, not trying to offend people from the '80s. It's just like I don't. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I'd appreciate it. I did enjoy making those videos. They were fun. They were fun. Plus, it's always interesting to sit there and see myself in like the '80s or how I would look in the '80s and dress and stuff. Yeah, no, girl, you act like that's something to be like ashamed of or something. Like, oh my god, I don't know stuff in the '80s. Like, no, I don't. I was kind of more around the '90s and early 2000s, but I don't, I don't dislike the '80s. It's just aesthetically, it's an adjustment. Thank you, CK. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for watching. Yeah, the I'm not gonna lie, the first short, she was kind of a baddie. She was kind of a baddie. I'm not gonna lie, she was kind of a baddie. So and it's crazy too, because like they just pick like random like images and shit, but know, some of the girls in the '80s, you know, had it going on. I'll sit there and say, yeah, but thank you, CK. Now, I did sit there and say, and I'll say this again. I see him sitting there dancing with Dylan, so I think they're gonna want to, I mean, I'm pretty sure he is, and she's gonna sit there and kind of push him away one too many times, and maybe he'll start something with Dylan. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I'll be happy about that. I'm so sick and tired of One Cold Madeline. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's a band from the '80s. Like like I said before, you got here, Jonathan. So Dylan, maybe girl, I don't know, cat lady. I haven't listened to music from the '80s. I mean, I don't really listen to music from now. So Dylan known Will for like what 3 weeks or so, and she already sat there and said that she loves him. That's weird. Okay, that's weird. My only like here's the thing. I don't know. I don't really care about the whole romance. But if Dylan can sit there and make RJ somewhat tolerable, like how Trina did for Spencer, I'll be on board. I'll be on board with that. The NYPD Blue was amazing, and I just started watching your Miami Vice. Next, you should do Criminal Minds or CSI. I did I did CSI Miami. Um, but unfortunately, Monique, the app that I was using, like they discontinued it. So like all the stuff that I'm putting out now was from months before when I was just making a bunch of videos. But yeah, now they discontinued the Source app. I think about like 2 months ago, which really sucked. But yeah, I did do CSI Miami though. First report that Mark audition for Thomas and I heard of that. You should do an AI thing if you as a soldier in a military TV show or movie. I think when I get another when I get another when I get another app another app to use, and I'm probably going to like do it like maybe in a couple of months. But when I do, yeah, I'll definitely sit there and do some more shows because I had like I wanted to sit there and do one of Alter Carbon. I don't know if you remember Alter Carbon. Well, like I said, Jonathan, I want to do one of Alter Carbon. I wanted to do one of this show in the '90s called Sliders. I want to do one of Knight Rider. Like I had so many different ideas before he shut down the app. So I think the next one that's like really good is something called Sea Games. But it is pretty pricey. So yeah, I used to I love the first season of Alta Carbon. Yeah, Night Rider would have been fun to do. Night Rider would have been. I mean, granted, I can still probably do it um, if I get another app. So yeah, I could have did that too. I could have did that too, Jonathan. That would have been fun. So yeah, I have a couple more like shows or whatever to put out. And then I'll probably wind up taking a break for like a good couple of months. And plus, like YouTube started like cracking down on like AI content, so it's like now you have to even be careful about how you do it. But I got some plans. So I got some plans when I do start making AI content again. But yeah, if Dylan can sit there and make RJ tolerable, like bro, you literally sat there and ran and told mommy and daddy to sit there and essentially fight your battles. And granted, Will's like, oh well, this is all RG's fault, and I'm like, well, technically speaking, this is your fault because as much as nobody likes RJ, nobody told you to put your hands on him. Like you did that, and you did that in front of a room full of people, bro. You should be lucky that you're not in handcuffs. That you got to go home, be fired, and work at your father's company. I mean, the only reason why I kind of like Dylan is because she's real. She was like, "Yo, listen, if Will gets fired, his daddy will sit there and hire him." Robert, are the noodles you're eating on the nope? But I do remember that Buddha Buddha. Couple of months for what? Well, I just figure I give the AI stuff a bit of a break because there's some other stuff I want to sit there and do, and plus I want to find a really good app. I want to find a really good app of to continue to do the AI videos. So actually they're not. They are flavored and they are still warm. I don't know why cat ladies always sit there saying like my noodles is very cold when I'm the one that's eating them. Like, girl, what are you talking about? But no, I'm gonna come back with the but don't slow down. Oh no, I'm not slowing down. No, like I said, I still have some other stories to sit there and put out. So that's not gonna no, it's not gonna stop. That's not gonna stop. Like I said, I just have to be a little bit more careful because like YouTube started cracking down on AI videos. So no, this is very good. Like I said, like I always tell Cat Lady, I make it simple and just put water in it, and that's it. She does, Ariana. I mean, she cares about me. I keep it simple. Just put water in it, and then that's it. Just put water, just like my oatmeal. Just put water in it. Ramen noodles for yeah. No, I just for keeping it simple. You know? I don't got time or patience to be putting all sorts of stuff in my oatmeal. Just pour some water, pour it in there. Like the flavor's already there. I don't have to do anything. Like that's the thing. You know, like oatmeal just requires water. Like the flavor's already there. So, anyway, Jonathan, did you see the previews for Days of Our Lives? Oh, and don't mind Cat Lady. She's being Peggy Bundy right now. Yeah, she likes to act like Peggy Bundy from time to time. If y'all remember Married Children, then y'all remember Peggy Bundy. So, what did you think of it, Jonathan? I mean, listen, don't get it twisted. Like back in the day, oh, you add butter on yours. It's funny, Cherry. I used to sit there and put margarine in mine, and then I found out what margarine was made of, and was like, "Yeah, I'm good." I was like, "I'm good." I was like, "I'm not." See, Eric, so and you okay? So you remember Peggy Bundy? So when I sit there and say cat ladies being Peggy Bundy, that's what I'm talking about. Does make a big mistake. It is also like, here's the thing. This is why I always sit there and say therapy. Do one for the accountant and accounting too. Okay, I definitely will. So who's our kids? I mean, like I said, Callie, don't get it twisted. I used to like back in the day. I used to love me some fucking. I used to love me some Peggy. What's good, GH fam? I used to love me some fucking Peggy Bundy. Like I was more of a fan of Peggy than I was of Kelly. But see, that's the thing though, Jonathan. Like they did all like okay. I just hope that they don't kill off Lexi because that would be stupid. That'd be dumb if they killed her off. They did all that stuff, and you sound just as mouthy as Peggy. She had a whole like '80s vibe. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that she actually picked out her outfit. Like that's the type of style, like especially in like the first seasons, like those were styles that she picked out. I mean, I ain't mad at the cat lady. I'm just saying. What's good, JH fan? I like how Bunny better than Peggy. He was funny. I mean, that show was. I mean, that show was funny, but like, I mean, it was definitely certain episodes where I was just like, yeah, you can't. I was like, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't do that. Um, some of those stories she helped make Peggy. Yeah. Oh, it definitely pushed the limits. Um, then it was times that he just went over the limits. And then there was just certain episodes that they didn't even show. And the sad thing is, like, one of the episodes that they didn't show was actually one of their more tamer episodes. Like, I think they had a deleted episode, and I watched those, like, this is fucking tame compared to the other stuff that they did. Jay's fan, what I don't understand is why is she getting Lucy's help? Like, she's the girl's from Benstown, and you're asking Lucy for help. If you ever have to ask Lucy for anything, you're done. You're done. You're cooked. Like it's done. Oh, I need to sit there and get um well away from my husband, so I'll get Lucy Cole to help me. When is getting Lucy to help you with anything ever a good thing? Um, but yeah, just going back on Stephanie, I'm like the girl needed therapy. The girl needed fucking therapy. And I don't know if she just stopped going. I don't know if she just stopped going to therapy, but like You had it, and also you're suffering from PTSD, and you thought it was a good idea to sit there and get your daughter a gun and gun safety and stuff like that while she's in fucking therapy. Uh, like I said, you gotta get Lucy for anything. You are done. Yeah, I mean, most people knew that. Most people knew that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. I used to always like their family vacations. I always thought that those was interesting, especially when they did like part one and part two. And I don't know if you remember this episode, but like they went to England or whatever, uh, and it was something about some sort of Bundy curse or something. I just remember that episode specifically, but I think it was like they did it like maybe part one, part two, and part three or something. Um, I don't know if you remember that one. I don't know if I even have. I don't think I have a wings and things over here. I have a Popeyes, and maybe one day I'll sit there and I'll go to Chick-fil-A. I've never been there before. I've never been to Chick-fil-A before. So maybe one day I'll go. Oh, you didn't really watch it, okay? Ross or Cullen? I mean, don't get me wrong, Jonathan. If you was under a certain age, you probably shouldn't have been watching. But yeah, Cullen. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Jonathan. There was a lot of things that I shouldn't have watched at that age. That was actually one of many, and that was actually pretty tame compared to some of the stuff that I should have been watching. But yeah, that was definitely one of them. Yeah, Cat Lady did uh, I think he's a good guy. Um, James, man. I mean, well, good is kind of a stretch, but I don't think he's evil. Like he is literally going out his way to help Jocelyn and protect her. Like he is going like putting his neck out for her. Yeah, I put um her video in the pin comment. Plus, if they did that, I don't know. I think we're just in a little bit too soon and kind of need a little bit more like build up. Either that, or he's gonna come back to town. Oh, of course, Kyle Lady. Because Sarah is already spent there talking about the two deaths and how Liam is connected somehow. Um, but yeah, Chad, her videos in the pin comments, so just click on to that. Which again, Jonathan, I don't know if you saw my review, but I talked about Sarah and Brady and Xander and how they're trying to do the whole, oh, is Xander and Sarah gonna get back together? And I'm just like, are y'all just a bunch of fucking sadists at this point? They stressed the fuck out of that. Um, I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, and also the fact that Sitwell was literally just waiting there for Jocelyn to try to escape just suggested yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it could. I mean, they're already like aging up. What you call it? Scout. Sean, I've been sitting there saying that shit for years. I think you was actually there when I was saying that. But yeah, I don't know why they are trying to put. I don't know why they are even having the idea of trying to put Xander and Brady back together. I don't hate her. I just liked her back then. Like I liked her in the early 2000s when they actually gave her a story. She had a little bit of edge to her. You know, she has some good stories. Now it's like Becky's just there for a check. You know, I just don't really care much for her. Like honestly, tell you the truth, I don't really care much for Ava at this point. Ava, when she first started, used to be a badass. Now she's just hanging around and being all clingy to Sitwell. Like Elizabeth was better back in the early 2000s. You know, that's the best way I could sit there and say, yeah, I wasn't a fan of also the fact that like Elizabeth literally was aiding and abetting in a kidnapping, and not only did she not get fired, but she got a fucking promotion. Like she literally got a promotion. I was just like why, why, why give this chick a promotion? Tracy says the whole kidnapping with Jocelyn is crazy to me. Why is Cassius fighting so hard to keep her alive? Nope, it makes more sense to age up Avery than Scout because Danny is a teenager. Yeah, honestly, tell you the truth, I agree with that. But then you gotta look at the whole. Okay, you have to look at the whole Michael and Cameron thing. You have to look at the Michael and Cameron thing. You have to look at the Jocelyn and Spencer thing. Like none of that shit makes sense. Yeah, exactly, guys. Just get a new Donna too. Why not? Make her blonde again. I don't know if she was ever blonde. Make her blonde. Who cares at this point? Like I'm looking at Days of Our Lives, and I'm looking at Xander and Sarah's kid, and I'm like, okay, so she was blonde, which made no sense. She was blonde and made no sense. And Carrie agrees is going to be Josh and not Nathan. I don't understand why is Lucas still at the house? You got everything that you needed. Why are you still there? You know, with me, honestly, tell you the truth, and this is just me, G. Diesel is hit or miss sometimes. Like her sitting up there crying about Britta and oh, where's Britta this, where's Britta that. But it wasn't that long ago that she was treating Britta like shit. Like literally, she was sitting up there treating Britt like shit. And I'm like, you've always favored Nathan more than Britt. Like, part of me was just like, I don't know how, you know, I don't know how to feel about these ones. I remember a couple of years ago, I kind of, and that's nice and everything like that, but I didn't like seeing her treat. I didn't like seeing her treat her daughter like shit. You know, love and no love. Like, yeah, that's all good and sweet and everything, I guess, but like, when she was there, she treated her daughter like shit. Now she's all like, "Oh, where's my Britta at?" And I'm just like, when she was here, you no. Mm-mm. I just like I said. I mean, that's just my opinion. I respect your opinion, GH fan, but for me, no me gusta. Maybe was born years before Scout, so aging her as well would make sense. Sean says Jason is coming for Cullen. He better not get his ass beat again. Hopefully he trained. Hopefully he trained. Don't you get why though? I get what you're saying, Jay fan. I do, but you know, for me, like I said, it just I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand the reasons why and everything like that, but for me personally, it wasn't. No, I remember Jonathan. I remember we talked about that before, and I do remember Smith there saying, I get what you're saying. I just like it's you know it doesn't really change my feelings about me not having a lack of empathy. But like I said, it's just me. You know, I'm more of a dick. He didn't really. He really did. Like he kind of did. Who won that fight at the end? Who was the person? Who was the person that was on the floor, and who was the person that was standing? Um, I'm just saying, there was only one person that was standing, one person that was on the ground. If uh, I love it, Sean. I love it. Actually, he did. He lost twice. He lost twice. I guess people just have the short term memory of when Jocelyn Jacks had to sit there and save him. Remember that? Remember when Jocelyn had to sit there and save him? You know, always liked Luis Alcazar. Always liked Luis Alcazar. I like the actor as well. No. Change that back. Jerry Jacks. Jerry Jacks. Jerry Jacks is always going to be my favorite. I had to think about that one. I saw Jason beating Ellen. Oh, Sean, you are on fire tonight. You are on fire. Honestly, tell you the truth, not really. Um, I didn't really care for Elena. I didn't really care for her. I think when I started watching, like I would see her like periodically, and I was just like, okay, no, no. For me, I'm gonna, I have to go with Jerry Jacks. I always thought the character was cool. I also like the actor too. Yes, you are on fire. No, Kelly, I think you just either you're misremembering things or you are actively trying to rewrite history. Lanikia, clap for Heather Tom performance today. Yeah, I mean she kind of deserved that smack, but also thank you, Lanikia the legend. Look at that. Yo, listen, let's everyone sit there and say what's up to Lanikia. Oh, you know, Jace, man, she's been calling it for a hot minute. Yes, no, let's everyone sit there and say what's up to Lanikia. Jesus Christ. Thank you. I hope you have been well, Lanikia. Seriously. And the crazy thing is, like, what's good, Angela? I'm good. I'm good. How you doing tonight? Anything. I was actually sitting up there thinking, like, a couple of days ago, I was like, man, what the hell is Lanikia's doing? You want to sit there and talk about a YouTuber that's a fucking legend, been in the game for a while. I guess we actually talked about Lanikia with y'all. Yeah, Sean, I will sit there and see you tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot of fun in the member circle. So you have a great night, Sean. Like I said, he was on fire with that level of mental gymnastics. I was here for it, Sean. I was here for it. Yeah, CK, you remember Lanikia, right? Sean, you was on fire. You know, it's okay. So yeah, you remember? Yeah, it's funny too because like DC actually put me onto her because he was like, oh, she does like she watches all the soaps and stuff like that, and she does the reviews. And at the time before Beyond the Gates, she was the one that was like literally doing like all four of the reviews every day. Like, I mean, watching all five of the soaps is hard, but like literally doing reviews for each one. Where's Black Purple at? I don't see Black Purple. Where's Black Purple at? I mean, the thing is, Japan, like before the whole Willow thing and everything like that, they seem like they had a good friendship, you know. And one thing about Michael was like, that's what I kind of figured. I was like, okay. Michael didn't really want to sit there and get close to a lot of people after Morgan died. But, he let Chase in and everything like that, and they had a good friendship. Let's see what Kyrie's is. Oh, he's good, Terry. He's good. Yeah, I talked to him earlier today. Every now and then he'll make like a random appearance, or he'll sit there and talk to me afterwards to make sure I'm not being an asshole. Uh, he wasn't happy with my behavior. He wasn't happy with my behavior. No, I'm being serious. Like he literally said he was not happy with my behavior. So I was like, all right, Dad, I'll be nice tonight. I don't know about the other days, but I was like, I'll be nice tonight, or I will try my best. Yeah, no, I checked it. She's in Kyrie's stream. So, but you always gotta sit there and peek over there to sit there and see how he's doing and what he's talking about. Since he started watching Bold and Beautiful again. But I was like, listen, Jade fan, I do my best, even when people test my patience. But I don't know. I always thought I was behaving well, and then my dad was like, "Oh, being all mean and everything like that, and like challenging people and cursing and everything." And I was like, that's kind of what I do. I was like, that's kind of what I used to do like 5 days a week. Nah, of course not, Jade fan. Of course not. In all reality, Jade fan, I have been the one that has been defending you more than I should, but you know, he kind of sits there and thinks I'll be an asshole sometimes. I told people, I was like, yo, listen, I was like, I don't think you're a bad person. You just get a little passionate and get a little out of control. But past that stuff, I don't think you're a bad person. Not when your dad is here. No, no. I mean, try not to be an asshole at all. He just, sometimes he catches me slipping. Why has days gotten worse every day? I don't personally think. I mean, it's just my thoughts. I don't think that days gotten worse. I just I don't think they can afford to be decent. You know? I think that I have a good have a good time here. I just don't act like this around my dad. That's all. So he thinks that when I'm here, he thinks I'm just being an asshole, and really not. I just like I said. But yes, have a good night, G fam. I just don't think that Days can afford to just be average. Surprisingly, they're actually not. That's the thing. Surprisingly, they're actually not. And it's. I've had these like tremors. Probably, you know what? I'm guessing Lucas. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, Lucas finds the whatever, and Lucas finds that. Then Lucas gets tossed down in the basement with Jocelyn and now Lisa. But it's kind of weird though. I could have swore that Cullum had somebody else in mind to finish this project. Or I guess he just assumed that he was just going to get Lisa at any point in time. Well, Jonathan, for me personally, Beyond the Gates had the best cliffhanger. Uh, I think that Days needs to step up their game in general. Uh, I don't feel like Days can afford to just have decent episodes when they're on a streaming service. If they was on network television, okay, whatever, fine. But I know, I heard. I don't know who that is, but I just heard somebody's coming back now. Also guessing Lucy, Carly, and Valentine will have to rescue them. Maybe okay. James may have to step their shit up, especially next week. Um, because I got like we were did talking. Uh, Beyond the Gates and Young and the Restless. It's going to be fucking epic. I said this earlier, and I'll say this again. Beyond the Gates with their whole Tide and selling Tide and stuff like that. Now y'all understand why selling all that damn Tide, all that bleach was important. Okay, so they could sit there and have the budget to do what they're going to be doing next week. Especially that interesting green screen of Victor Newman coming out of a damn helicopter. I'm pretty sure a lot of the budget of Tide went towards that. Jonathan, what did you think of the Johnny and Chanel scene? I already talked about how I lost respect for A. Well, what did you think of the Johnny and Chanel scene? Did I read this comment right? Someone said Anna and Jason need to. Oh yeah. Hmm. No, it was Sean. I agree with that. Okay, I agree. Listen, I said that shit a long time ago when people were pushing and pushing back. I said it. This scene was a lot to handle. My issue with Chanel is that you can't have a conversation with her without feeling she's ready to bite your head off, right? Remember, she did all this stuff because she didn't want to follow the doctor's recommendation because the doctor was a dick. You know what happened towards the end? How do you stop it? What do you stop it? You know what happened towards the end? All the pushback that she said that all the pushback that like she was saying that she wouldn't do. She practically said if another doctor answered her questions and it was the same protocol, she would do it. So you made us go through this whole emotional roller coaster of you being angry and defensive and accusing him of things that he didn't even say, just to say that you're going to agree with doing the treatment if the other, like, ah, no, cat lady, I'm totally with it. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, cat lady, I don't, I, I, I do not like sex scenes and so I kind of actually despise them if we're going to be honest. And trust me, I am far from a prude, but yeah, Procter and Gamble had to spend their money wisely. The crossover is great ratings. Both shows shows would definitely have to step up their game. Oh, they're gonna have to step up their game. You have news channels that they're talking about this whole crossover and shit. Like it's a big deal. That's not actually not what I said. So you stop it. Don't put words in my mouth. You know damn well what I meant. Thank you, Lanikia. Thank you, Lanikia, for backing me up. This is so damn awkward. Like they are so goddamn awkward. I'm gonna keep this comment just highlighted for a hot minute. I'm not even joking. Oh wow, we going there tonight. Okay, okay, cat lady. What's good, Tiffany? God damn, you really are living up to the Peggy Bundy name, aren't you? We were gonna keep this. I thought we were gonna keep this chat PG-13, but here's me. Okay, Tiffany. I respect your opinion. But Nikki, are you watching Beyond the Gates? Exactly, Cherry. Cat lady. I don't even have a comeback for that. I don't even have a comeback for that. I'm just like, all right, I just gotta sit there and just eat that shit. Um, but Leniki, are you watching Beyond the Gates though? I started realizing that I started realizing like Beyond the Gates is not necessarily a bad show. It's just not my type of show. You know, like I said, I would. I would, Jonathan. You know, it's funny. I asked that question and nobody answered it. No. And when I catch the episode, I like it, but I can't get into it. Yeah, I just gotta sit. I don't have a comeback. I don't have a comeback line for that, Callie. I just gotta take it on the chin. You know. I just gotta take it on the chin and just yeah. I'm speechless. But I mean, I don't blame you, Nikki. I mean, the show has its issues, like acting. Um, Brooke has a history of sleeping with other people's men. Her mom was involved with Eric, and Brooke slept with. Yeah, but I can see why. I just like I said, for me, it is definitely more it is definitely more geared towards women. The only one I watch daily now is B&B. The rest I catch up on maybe one weekend out the month, if that. Wow, I get it. Life be life then. And like Kyrie's and I said, B&B is short. Like if you watch without commercials, it's 18 minutes long, and it's probably even shorter than that. Like B&B is short. It's short. It's quick, but it has its drama. Um, so yeah, like it's just good enough to sit there and be like, oh, I got into some other people's drama. Lanika, I mean, I don't know if you heard of this show, but I watch a show called Hollyoaks, and it's on YouTube. I think it's like maybe 18 minutes long, and it's good. Like I mean, like better than B&B, but you know, I don't know. I felt like she wasn't trying to hear her out or listen to her, but that's because her mind was already made up. So it's like now she has to sit there and kind of just like go with it at this point. It's like she almost had to sit there and try to act like she's still being defensive. Is the best way I could sit there and describe it. Selective hearing and seeing is what I have. What do you mean? Because honestly, to tell you the truth, if Logan was not on the table, I think she might have been a little bit more receptive. Because Stephanie didn't come in, like blazing hot or anything like that. She was like, "Hey, listen, we got to focus on this, that, and the third." Um, I felt like she was a little bit more diplomatic than she has been. Like the other times, yeah, she was hella disrespectful. Um, she came over there, she talked to her like an adult, and she did sit there and say, like, yo, listen, she did talk shit about her aunt's company, and, they have to sit there and pay. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Um, give it a couple of episodes because it's 3 episodes a week. Give it a couple of episodes. Because I'm not gonna lie, like it took me a little bit to like get used to like the accents and like some of their like slang terms. But I'm telling you, once you actually give it a try, it's good. Um, Delomedics and DC Soul Sanctuary, like for a while, they was trying to get me into watching the show. And one day, I just started watching it, and like I think it took me like 2 weeks. 'Cause it's only like 3 episodes a week. But then I just got into it. You know, like it's crazy. You watch the show, and like in the first 8 minutes, shit is going down. Next thing you know, you're over. You know what I'm saying? Like when it happens, this stuff just happens so much where it's like you don't even realize the time. I guess is the best way to sit there and describe it. And I wanted to review it, but I was like, I don't want to make it a soap channel, like just an all soap channel. So, but maybe one day I will. Maybe one day. But yeah, definitely check it out. Like so, yeah. So Soapnet was good. Soapnet was fun. Um, I feel like it will be a legal nightmare now, but like I think it's nothing short of a miracle that like that that whole thing existed. By the way, I don't know if you know Michael Fairman. He did an interview with Peter and Daphne, I guess, to sit there and talk about the upcoming crossover next week of Beyond the Gates and Y&R. That guy seemed like he is definitely well connected. Maybe, yeah, because burnout is real. It is real. I used to sit there and live stream for pretty much every day, in like 5 days, 5 nights a week, and then I was like, I lost my fucking mind. I mean, like I was like, nope, mm-mm. I had to bring that shit back down to two. So yeah, no, burnout is definitely a thing. I'm telling you, CK is good. Like, is good. Um, Dolmec's been trying to get me on that for a while. So, trying to do live streams 5 nights a week, 2 hours a night. Like I said, maybe one day I'll go back to doing like 3 days or whatever a week. But like now, uh, like I said, the weekends, still do the member stuff. So no matter how much fun you're having doing something, if you do it too much, no me gusta. Yeah, CK. When you do watch it, let me know what your thoughts are. Like I was telling Lanikio, I was like, give it like, yeah, give it 6 episodes because it's only three a week. So give it like 6 episodes. And I think it's like with any show, it takes a minute to sit there and know the characters and know the people you're gonna like and the people you're not gonna like. I can see that because the shows never break and days don't even break at. Yep, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Okay, like I mean, streaming and doing videos are a little bit different. I can do the 5 days of just doing videos. Live streaming is a lot more harder. Give it 6 days. Um, Besides the shooting thing and Lexi nearly, I don't know what they're doing with Lexi. So I just hope that they don't kill her off because to break those two up, get Lexi on the show to kill. Oh, what do you think of Hollywood, Tiffany? Do you good live stream? Oh, you do good live streams. You make it look easy. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. No, I mean, listen, I have fun doing it. So, like, if you have fun doing it, it's whatever. It's when you do it too much, you know, you don't have anything else that you may want to do, or days you're just tired, you may just want to sit there and sleep, or just you feel like you're mandated, like, oh, I got to do a live stream tonight. It's like it should just be something that is fun, and it shouldn't feel like it's a chore or an obligation. When it starts feeling like that, that's when you gotta sit there and take a step back, and that's what started happening. So it's like, all right, I'll do 4 days, twice on the week, twice during the week, twice on the weekends. and do it like that. Because I rather do two great lives. I'd rather do two great live streams than do five live streams where I'm just like kind of annoyed or not in a good mood about doing it. You know, like it's supposed to be fun. We're here to have fun, talk about the soaps, and have a good time. That's when I see people having meltdowns or arguing or stuff like that. It's like, it's supposed to be fun, you know. As long as I'm having fun, you're always gonna sit there and be doing it. That's how I look at it. But now I can't think of anything. But I'll probably think of some more stuff this weekend. Yeah, Tracy, that's how I've been thinking about it. But y'all come in, y'all participate, y'all talk, and so that actually makes it easy and fun. You know? Like I said, I've been in some people's live streams where you don't hardly have anyone there, or people aren't really talking. They're not really talking to the host or anything like that, and you're just like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of rough to sit there and watch. Like, so I'm always very grateful when I get people to come in, and if they talk and stuff, it's just fucking great. So yes, have a good night, Monique. Thank you for coming through. I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be sitting there doing part two of David Vickers. Then Sunday, we'll be doing Mitch Lawrence. So yeah, I think I'm actually in the stream here too. This is a lot of fun, of course, as always. I think Kyrie's is still streaming, so um, yeah, look at that, he's still streaming. Yeah, Kyrie's is still streaming, so head over there to sit there and show my guys some love. Hit the like button over there. Yes, have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Lanikia. Thank you for coming through. You are a legend, and I always appreciate when you stop by. So thank you. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, CK. Have a good night, Tracy. Have a good night, my gorgeous queen cat lady. Have a good night, Tiffany. Definitely check out Cat Lady's video. If you did not check it out, go to her page and watch her review. Have a night, cherry ice cream. Thank you for coming through as always. And Rihanna, thank you for coming through. Join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat without the Boss Stick. Good night, and hit the like button. Yes, hit that like button, because it does help. Seriously does. Cat lady better hope that I don't sit there and see a dislike on there. We're gonna have a talk over the weekend if I sit there and if I find one dislike on there. But yes, and you have a great night, Lanikia. Thank you again. And I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Seriously, everything definitely does help. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Yep, Jonathan. I will sit there and see you on Sunday. Oh, and have a good night, Peggy Bundy. Laters.